This is the Google stock price, as you can see, as of today is $87.34. Now, in the past year, it has declined by 37%. That's pretty huge. And considering Google is supposed to be a giant company, a monster company that making tons of money, but this is definitely not the case. If we're going to go back to the pandemic time, March, April 2020, you can see that towards the pandemic, the Google stock price has touched down towards the $53 in 20th of March 2020. Since then, it went up. And if we look at the past 5 years, it went up by 54%. So it has some benefits, so to speak. However, if we take just if we take just the peak that Google just had around $150 somewhere around November 2021, so it just only went down since. In fact, I mean, if it's going to go back to $70, it's going to lose twice its value from November 2021. Now, if we explain that what happened in March 2020 happened because of the pandemic, that's one thing to look at. Okay, but right now there's no pandemic. Right now what happens is completely financial. So yes, we know that the Federal Reserve is raising their interest rates, so companies might change the tactics, the way they invest. That's one thing that might explain what's happening here, but there's much more beneath the surface. And if we're going to go back to November 2022, if we actually in November 2021, that was actually the peak of Google. Now, a year later, it actually went down to $83. Now it's 87, went up a little bit towards the 100 in December, but still, it's not convincing so far. So why is that? So let's just look at some of possible causes. Which remember that Google has a search engine, they have Google Maps, they have YouTube as well. We're going to concentrate mainly on YouTube and some advertising niches by Google. And this is Sundar Pichai. He's the Google CEO. He was wishing just a few days ago Happy New Year to everybody. Um, and just the top comments that we're just seeing here is the Sports Journal, and just 16 hours ago, we are not following this channel, so it's showing us the second one from the top. And they say, please ask your team at AdSense or YouTube to respond. What are they saying here? Hi, team YouTube and AdSense. You guys decided to disable our ads and suspend our account without any warning or reasons. Option to action takes us to community link with no options to contact your team. Same through YouTube channel. Unprofessional and arrogant behavior. So, and there's some others wishing the same, but some people also complain about what they're seeing. If we're just looking for example, it's not going to be too difficult. It's going to show here, please spend some resources to improve Google Maps output. More often than not, it's sending us to dead ends. That's absolutely right, especially in countries that don't work so well with Google Maps. Clicks not counting in AdSense. There could be from advertisers or from publishers, affiliates from both sides of the spectrum. So what you can see here is that definitely there's some issues with it. And somebody says my identity verification failed 3 times. I want to re-identify myself, basically identify my AdSense account. Please message me. And there's going to be a lot of complaints, some small complaints, some big ones, but you can see that there's definitely uh, they cannot handle and manage so many people, so that's the way it is. But that's what happens when a giant business, they decided to purchase, they wanted to own YouTube. And if we take an example, for instance, RT Game has 2.76 million subscribers. That's huge. He uploaded a video just 19 hours ago, has over 660,000 views. That's pretty massive. And the video is saying YouTube is restricting my content. If you look for YouTube restricted as well in YouTube, you're gonna see similar videos. And in this video, he explains that the specialists reviewed the content that he posted and confirmed that the video, this whatever code is, was correctly age restricted. It violates the violent or graphic content policies, which are part of the community guidelines, and they provide with better context. Now they confirm the violation was identified on this scene, did this and that, and eventually now he lost a lot of money from it, and he's not even sure if he's going to continue with YouTube or not. But this guy has close to 3 million subscribers. You can imagine how much he worked on his YouTube channel, and this is what he got in return. There's some other videos we haven't even watched, like YouTube has some serious issues, and there's so many videos about it. And you need to consider the fact that people are posting it despite the fact they are using the platform they are going against on YouTube. So yes, I mean there's a reason for it. From the comments, you can see it's appalling that YouTube can keep maintaining this absurd lack of transparency, especially when they're making such dramatic, sweeping changes to a system that affects people's livelihoods. It cannot be fair that we learn about policy changes by someone retroactively getting struck down for violating them. And their approach to the review system is deeply flawed. It's awful that this has happened. RT is the RT game. Uh, Every creator is watching their backs now in fear of YouTube's mood swings. Yes, by the way, YouTube also made changes that if you use profanity in the first 15 seconds of the video, you're also going to get demonetized. And there's so many other changes that they're using without any proper notification. So if you guys were complaining about our channel or our sites, we just raised the withdrawal threshold um, in free Dash and free Litecoin, and we got some quite a bunch of complaints about it. But you can see what a giant company is doing, and just try to compare the two. YouTube is acting like a teacher that sends you to the principal's office for getting a question wrong. It's really disappointing that they let this keep happening instead of fixing their platform. Best of luck, then. Take care. So there's going to be a lot of comments here, and it's pretty massive. I mean, considering someone who worked extremely hard on his content is getting, sort of speak, demonetized. That's the video that we mentioned. YouTube has some serious issues. Sorry, YouTube comments are ruined as well. This guy, Penguin Z0, he's the one who's talking about it. He's talking about the big problems of YouTube. He's the one who actually raised among the ones who brought up the issue with the 15 seconds. So you can see pretty much it's pretty massive what's going on here. Now, if you look at this headline on searchengineland.com, Google and Meta is Facebook and Instagram as well, losing their edge as TikTok, Amazon, Instacart ads grow. It's not only TikTok, Amazon, it's also small business owners. For the first time in a decade, ad giants Google and Meta are slowing down, making room for smaller emerging platforms to take over. 2022 marked the first year since 2014 that Google and Meta's advertising market share dropped below 50%. By the end of 2023, the number is expected to drop to 40, almost 45%. What's going on? So they're saying Amazon, ByteDance, TikTok, streaming services like Netflix continuing to increase their foothold. People are spending less time on online sites like Google and Meta, so it's no surprise they're facing hurdles despite still growing, albeit slower than other digital ads platforms. Meta and other platforms also suffered from Apple's iOS 14. Yes, there's an issue with Apple's devices, especially if you try to track what's going on over there to advertise. Apple is all about privacy now. But the TikTok effect is basically what Washington Post reported is that TikTok is getting a lot of advertisers, they're spending a lot of their budgets there because they're getting a lot more attention. YouTube is trying to bank on YouTube Shorts. They say that only in February next month they're going to start rewarding creators for their shorts, and I'm not even sure that's going to be a good business practice. Amazon continues to grow. There's Microsoft and Netflix. And you got, in the crypto world, you got Anonymous Ads, ads.com, and so many other small businesses that allow you to simply advertise by uploading your banner and sending it off. You don't need to get reviewed by Google and then they're going to tell you it violates this policy and this policy. Google is definitely not friendly with advertising with cryptocurrencies. They're changing it a little bit now, but it's too little and too late. If you look at our channel itself, we posted a video what to do if your exchange doesn't support BEP20. So you can see, and we're going to give the credit to user IS2. He's asking if his comment got removed, and we ask him which one. We normally don't remove comments. We really don't, unless it's really spammy or something like this. So he says YouTube keep removing it, and they say he says shame on them. They let the scammers write all over, but I just really can't post a question. And we said we're gonna give you the credit for it, and we make it a video about it. But yes, and you can see a lot of spammy questions on YouTube. And somebody is asking here, can I withdraw Shiba BP20 from Binance to Coinbase? That's a good question. Only if you use an intermediary like FixFloat. So that was 11 days ago. Missed this one. Sorry. We can't, we just can't also go through all comments as well. But yeah, must remember the site. I have sheep but no proper wallet. So yes, please watch these tips because they're going to help you not to lose funds. We had a lot of users losing money when they're not using the proper wallet. It's simple as that. You're going to lose the money if you send it to Coinbase. So by all means, please make sure you know about it. Now, we used to post videos on Odyssey. Odyssey is a great platform, by the way. We have to mention one thing with Odyssey. These links that you're seeing here, they're getting much, much better rank in terms of SEO. Even Google's SEO counting those links much better than you can if you're gonna put those links on YouTube. So this is something to consider. Just letting you know. I mean, it's amazing the way you look at those things, and we wanted to keep on posting on Odyssey. The problem is that the platform is still far from being perfect, especially if you guys want to use some subtitles and which are sometimes posted automatically even if we don't need to upload them. And there's so many other features that were not available. So yes, YouTube at the moment is still one of the best platforms to upload videos, but we said we're going to give it one last chance. If YouTube is going to give us any troubles, we're not going to use it. And our goal was simply to put promo code. That's what we said in from the very first, from the very beginning, very first place. If you check SEM Rush, this is YouTube, and they definitely have a lot of traffic. But you can see just in the past year, the YouTube traffic has been in a sort of a little bit of decline between January and October, September, October. It went up a little bit, okay. And Google is probably trying to bank and trying to work their best to market YouTube as a great platform. That especially with the changes they made in October, if you remember, with the short videos, that's why YouTube got a little bit more views here, and some content creators are banking on these shorts, and that's what we believe in the beginning initially, but we're not sure it's going to work so well in the long term. So the October rise is definitely linked to the announcement that YouTube is going to monetize short videos. If you check Odyssey, for instance, which has backlinks about 44 million in comparison to almost 44, 46 billion, that's almost 100 times less than YouTube, but still it's pretty impressive. They back in the days from January 2022, they had organic traffic about 61,000 and now it's 97,000. So it's going up pretty nicely. And they had no big announcement, by the way. They have nothing to show in from October. It's pretty nice if you look at it in this aspect. If you guys want to check free bitcoin.io, you guys told us that you like us to post these. So we're close to 100,000 links here in terms of backlinks. Organic search traffic is 404. So that's going to be 408, 404. And it's pretty interesting. It's still free Bitcoin and the ones that are producing these results. But if you take all these into account, it's pretty interesting. If you use the code alphabet, by the way, and you're gonna press go, you're gonna get a nice surprise. We're not gonna share what it is, and I'm just gonna go back um, to what you're seeing on SEM Rush. YouTube, by all means, if you check their keywords and the YouTube search, they lost some values in several keywords, and many people go to YouTube just by um, typing youtube.com, they're going to it directly. But you can see Fox News, for instance, went down from 3 to 4, and that's massive when you consider that's Google. Home Depot, it's 3 to 5, Kahoot 5 to 7. I'm feeling curious 1 to 2. Is that going to be a big decline for YouTube in the Cocomelon, which is YouTube Kids, by the way? These are Cocomelon. They having a lot of videos for kids. It's enough that one platform is gonna make better alternatives. If Odyssey, for instance, is gonna grow, and that's gonna be massive. They have some a few, like for instance, for just letters they're going up because and Google is, by the way, controlling the Google search engine records. And still, I mean, you can see what's going on over here. So it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting to see the NBA. By the way, they went up from 5 to 3. So YouTube is a great platform to host probably NBA highlights, just short videos showing what happens in the game. They're not going to go down and disappear tomorrow. Okay, but there's some significant changes that's happening here, and these are the ones to consider. Odyssey, for instance, with terms of a search engine. So yes, if you look for search for Odyssey, you're gonna get to the website itself, but you can see what people are looking for, especially new keywords like salty cracker, uh, and there's some interesting here things here. So yes, I mean, so it could be some controversial videos, including some in Chinese as well, and people are going to look for them. They're going to look for those things, and they might. We expect Odyssey to grow. Is it going to be a great platform to host videos? We're not sure. I mean, we're not going to say no to it completely. We just put it on hold for now from our end, but it's definitely um, it's definitely going to be interesting in terms of what's going to happen in the future. And that's just one single platform. There could always be a new one, like just like what TikTok did. And YouTube's probably going to have a lot of problems to fight TikTok because whatever TikTok is doing, especially in Asia, for instance, it's booming, and that's going to be very difficult to deal with it. Let's see notifications before closing the video. Let's see if there's anything interesting. So, um, if you post your links here, by all means, Beefy McBeefy. Here, you got a retweet from us, so hopefully you're gonna get some referrals signing up here. And yeah, I don't see anything much interesting. Without reading posts on competitor site, I make quite the accurate prediction, and I think everyone know how. Okay, it's completely false. Nobody gets more than $3. If it's more, it's almost impossible to find anyone who got three. The most I saw was 30 cents. The users who are winning more, that's the fact that if they don't post it, we don't post it. Fonzie, just to let you know. But yes, the system is built in a way that most of the rolls are going to generate the lowest amount. That's how good faucets work. Just like you're playing the lottery, you don't expect to win $1 million in the lottery. Most people they participate and they don't win. That's the way it works. So that's the way faucets work as well. But is it possible to win more than that? Yes, and we have users winning more than that. And wherever they post those things, we're gonna retweet them. And that's the way it goes. Yeah. So this is for now. Just wanted to relate to that. Feel free to comment about it as well. Fonzie, if you're watching it, by all means, please feel free to comment. Investigator. Hopefully, wishing you to be the next CoffeeZilla. Just yeah, investigate not only our own faucets, but faucets that are not paying at all or shutting down. Just like free.doge.co.in, CoinPot, and there's so many other examples that you should add into your investigations. Okay, that's all for now. Hopefully, you're gonna see you in the next video. And if you have any comments, post them. Make sure like, share, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye for now.